season finale Q&A.
Mama's Code.
Welcome to our Q&A season finale.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hola, madres! Hey, mamas! Today's a very special day.
Yes, it is. We decided to record a little video as a season finale. So yeah, kick it off, girls.
Okay, question numero uno. Why are you man so hot?
I'm really hot because it's like 27 degrees outside.
I'm hot because my mom and my dad, when they made me, it was done with pure love and perfection. How did you meet?
I'll start with how I met Erica. We met when we were gonna, for the first time, see the new dog that Ollie and Erica got together, Muñeca. We picked up Erica, and she literally got into the car and was like, literally.
Did she say hi?
No, it was
Silent.
And I remember looking at that and thinking,
It's bitch.
are you for real? Like, is that the high we're getting? Oh, the three of us maybe the most friendliest. I was like, oh.
But now that I think of it, like, why did you think that I would have to act a certain way with you?
No, but at least vocalize your hello.
Yeah.
I said hello. She's exaggerating. I was like, hey.
This was the first impression of Erica. Let's just remember that.
I didn't need you guys to like me.
Yeah, me and Mel went to the same secondary school. Never spoke in secondary school, and then I just met you through Ollie.
Yeah.
Have you guys realised we're all friends because of Ollie? He's here. He's going like, yeah.
He's going to get clearly.
And Erica, I think the first encounter I had with her, I think me and Fish, were we not at the bar having a shot in El Peñol?
No.
Well,
that wasn't even like a hello. It was just like, shove aguardiente down my mouth.
Yeah, no, but I think if we go back to maybe not how we met, but say like with me and Jess, people always thought we hated each other, which was false because I didn't hate her. I don't know if she hated me. If she did.
Who decided to start the podcast? How did you guys meet?
The podcast was definitely you.
Yeah.
I think I came up with the idea.
Yeah.
And I put it in the group chat, and I was up, and they all agreed to me, and then they just like brushed me off because they thought I was joking, because no one ever takes me serious. And then,
but it's just like sometimes we're like, I don't really want to say other ideas that we've had because I just feel like other people are just going to copy on. Like whenever we come up with an idea, I promise you not that me and Moo always rush into it. We've had logos of logos and of our businesses, and you know we literally sit down with like a business plan determined to follow through. And then it doesn't happen.
I don't know why we're not millionaires yet.
Literally, we have like $billion ideas and it just doesn't work out. But with the podcast, I think we kind of all related to. Like, to add to this question, you know, which is something that we obviously spoke about at the beginning, was, you know, there are other mum podcasts out there. So what would make us different to all of the other ones? And personally, I haven't seen a mum podcast for the ordinary mum, you know, like so then I thought, you know, have a platform for everyone to share things on, and then we kind of all agreed on, you know, not everyone's going to have the same idea of us, and you know some people might not want to share their stuff, but I think as time went on and we did the survey at the beginning, we kind of saw, yeah, like a lot of people are willing to share their experience, so we thought, yeah, why not,
and interact in the journey.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about being a mum?
I think for me, it's like I have a purpose, and I know, like, I always talk about this with my husband, and he's like, but being a mum shouldn't be your only purpose. But for me, it is. Like, I'm sure other people will be like, well, no, you need to have something else. But I just feel like when I had my baby, I had like a reason more, like, if it makes sense, like he pushes me to do better. And all in all, like, just the experience, he makes me feel a child again.
Yeah, I think we can definitely relate on that last bit as well, right?
Yeah.
I think my favourite thing is that no matter how shit of a day I'm having, he will just look at me and smile, because there is no care in the world that he's living, and you know there's no negative in him, and just seeing a smile kind of changes my mindset. And
it's the purest form, right?
Yeah, they're so innocent. It's the best job in the world.
I think for me it's watching Maya grow and seeing like her little personality come through. The little characters start forming, and you start kind of thinking, oh my gosh, she reminds me so much of this, you know, of her dad when she does this, or she reminds us, you know, of me when I do that. So I love seeing that.
Yeah, cute.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
I would say approachable.
Yeah.
I would say approachable, slow. I'm sometimes not with it all the time. Yeah, it takes the girls about 10 attempts to tell me something before it actually registers. Help me. I drew that.
I think personally, I think what my 3 would fall on you guys too. We're amazing, because I think like right now, Mel, you're focusing on, not big positives, and I think this question is more, for you to come out of that bubble and see the amazing person you are, and me as being your friend. I would say you're amazing.
Thank
as
you.
am I, and obviously Moo, caring. No matter how much, sometimes the load that we go through daily, the care that we carry around for everyone, basically, we can have the shit day and we make sure that our kids are fed, the house is clean, and like just everything in general. And sometimes we put other people before ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So just in that, like, you have to care a lot for that to kind of come out, and you kind of like just sit in your own bubble. And if you have to cry at night, you'll cry at night, but you don't kind of bring it out. So in terms of that, I think very caring and brave, brave to embark in a journey that it's basically the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
And although we don't know most of the shit we're doing half the time, we're basically acing it. Yes, we'll get things wrong along the way and we're not perfect, but we're very brave because, every single mum will have some sort of issue, whether, it's mental health or, just struggling as it is. So for me, you're brave for pushing through.
I just want to say thank you. I think the 3 words that will describe me is stubborn. I'm a very stubborn person, but I am also a very positive person. So I always see a sometimes it might take me a while, but I always know there's a lesson to be learned from whatever it is. Even if it's not my journey or, someone else is going through it, I kind of put myself in their shoes and I still see the positive that maybe the person doesn't see. And I think the last one is, I don't know, I think I'm just a very glittery person, if that makes any sense.
Yes, you like to bring sparkles.
Yeah, I think I like to make people feel good, and I think sometimes I like to put them in front of, like, before myself. So yeah, I guess it falls in the same into the same caring that Erica was mentioning.
Yeah,
that was quite nice, Iha.
The next question: has lockdown made your household better or more stressful?
I would say better. Of course, there's stressful times, there's stressful days, there's stressful moments every day. As a society, we're always rushing. So we kind of needed, in a weird way, maybe that kind of slow down. So for us, I feel like it helped to be a family again, and just share that time that, in any other occasion we probably wouldn't have unless we're going on holiday, to say that it's just the 3 of us. So it was nice to kind of reconnect and do things, the 3 of us. Yeah, and now that I'm kind of used to it, I'm almost dreading back going to
normality.
For the rush again.
Yeah.
It's made it better, because I feel in the time that we've been on lockdown, although my husband's been working, it's been more flexible, and because of that, he's been able to spend more time with the boys and kind of know their day in and day out, whereas before he wouldn't really.
The time that you've been able to appreciate each other, and I think mostly for men as well, to see what really goes down.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's my turn to take the question, so don't take it away from me.
Oh, your turn. Ish, you see, when we were talking about what 3 things describe you, sassy, you missed out sassy key.
When I saw what are Mama's Code plan for the future? End goal.
Jessica, take it away.
Exit the building.
Just gonna end the end meeting for all.
Do you know what? When I first started having this idea of this whole movement, I saw it as like, yes, having a platform, having an open therapy session, and, doing events for moms as well. And then I remember me and Erica met, and she kind of helped open up the vision more, because obviously she saw it from another perspective. And so I feel like every episode that, we record and publish, I feel like my vision opens more into like, and just be able to make mothers speak up more on what they are feeling, because there's so many taboos and there's so much stigma around the whole journey that it's like we're all experiencing the same thing. So why is it so, why can't we speak about it, and why can't we be empowered at all the downs that we go through as moms?
And kind of like put a stop to so much judgment, or you should do it this way, you should do it that way. Well, no, we all go through different journeys, and as we've mentioned before, not what I go through and works for me won't work for the next person. So it's just kind of like that, kind of, because I think that's the toll it takes on mothers. And I think we've had this conversation before, and it's there's an expectation of what you have to do to be a mum. And if you say, for example, breastfeeding,
I think Mama's Code is a big movement in the making.
Amen, sister.
Definitely want to empower the mothers, parenting, the journey.
Yeah. And I think at the beginning it was more like solely we were focusing on just a mother's journey. But then we slowly together started realizing, okay, we're seeing it from the mum's perspective, but who gives the dad a voice? When are we ever going to hear a dad say this and that? And since we've embarked this journey, we've met like incredible dads on Instagram, and we've like the episodes we've done that are coming up soon with some dads, it's left us all kind of like shit, so it's quite eye-opening. And I think in terms of that, we've given them a voice.
What mum qualities or quality do you admire about each other? I'll start then. Okay.
Your mind just goes blank.
Moo, I would say for you is your positivity for sure. I think that you really, in a way, sometimes it's like a breath of fresh air when you come, like if you have a situation, or if one of us have a situation, like you listen and then you put a spin on it and automatically, twist it to make you feel positive, which is nice. And Erica, I would say what's the word when you can like multitasking but not multitasking?
Juggle?
Yeah, juggle, like how you're juggling, like how you manage to juggle your job, your house, your social life, your family, the boys, how you do it, and at the end of the day still manage to like turn up for videos, or and still look the part. I don't know how you do it. What is your secret? What are you taking?
Ecstasy.
But
the pickles are popping in there.
In the morning, in the night, done.
Throughout the day.
Yeah.
that escalated.
I was trying to not listen to you and think of what I think, but I can't remember.
Okay, I'll start off with Grizz. I think the bravery, and you said it, like you don't care what's going on around, like you stand tall to not be defeated by whatever it is to pursue a better life for your kids. And it's just that bravery. And I think, we've seen it from like, your first child. Like we always had you come with like an example of like, oh, and we know that you have shit days, and everyone does. But it's just like you strive off the bad stuff as well. You don't let it, and it reflects on, your children. And we've always said it, like it's like obviously Joel that he speaks, it's like you're doing a great job, like, So I think that
even though his best friends are potatoes. Even though his best friends are potatoes.
But and Mel, that I admire is her care. Like you care so much of getting everything right and perfect for your daughter and your family, that it's like it sometimes makes me feel like do I obviously I do care, but it's just like that she really cares. But yeah, it's because obviously I know that you push through everything as well to make sure that it's all done at the end of the day. And the care, kindness, and the love that goes into it.
Okay, I'm ready to go. So, Moo, I'd say something I admire about you. Is this the question? I forgot the question.
Yeah. More quality.
Thank God, because I was like, woo. I'd say I love.
I feel like we're proposing to each other.
Marry me.
For like I know you say that obviously you had me and like others to like look up to, but you even when you go through a pregnancy, you kind of make it your own journey. And I felt with you from the get-go, you took it like very relaxed, you know, like kind of like a hippie. And I love
me.
Yeah, like I love how you dealt with everything, you know. I like the aura you put out when, you know, you were going through contractions and you didn't kind of want the whole world on top of you. I just liked everything you did. And it kind of like loads of times I've looked back and I'm like, I wish I would have been like you during my births and kind of like very calm and kind of like kind of listening to my body as well as you did. And you literally you pushed that head out like no tomorrow. Kudos to you, girl. And Mel, I think your biggest quality is bravery too. I think I admire you, everything you do and how you handle yourself, because as we all know, we have shit days. And you keep pushing through for that little girl. And you keep pushing through for that little girl. And it's admirable, not just for her, because we have to think about it. You need to do it for yourself too. And I also admire that you're not ashamed to say, you know, I need a break. I like to go to work, because often mums think, you know, if I say that I want to go to work or I want to do something else, but be a mum, you get judged and you're like, well, that's my time to be alone, you know? So I really admire that.
Thank you. I'm getting really emotional. Oh dear.
All right, next question. Which movie best describes you? Fish, Finding Dory.
Yes, that's me.
See, I suffer from short-term memory loss.
I think 50 First Dates, because I forget everything. So I think
P.S. I Love You, not just because it's my favorite film, but it shows that even, you know, you're in the darkest place, but you get up, you dress up and you show up and you move, and, you know, you end up aspiring to have a better life. And that's what the film was about. And I feel
I haven't watched that film.
Of course you haven't. You haven't watched anything.
And anyone that's watching this, P.S. I Love You, go watch it. What has been the hardest thing you have found as being a mum?
When they cry and they can't communicate what's happening to them, and you've done like, you know, you've gone through the checklist and they continue to cry, but they don't seem, you know, feverish. But they just keep going, and it's kind of like, it starts stressing me.
Yeah.
So I think that's been the hardest for me.
The worst has just been like feeding my child like food. I never knew you needed so much patience for it. It looks so easy when people do it, but it's probably my child that's broken. But he'll start eating like normal, and then he'll start doing and just route, and then he'll just grab his food and throw it. And obviously it's like you've sat down, like you've sat calm to feed him because it's a nice moment, and I know you enjoy food, but then it comes to this and it's just like I can't. So it's just taking that split second before losing my shit to just remove the plate and move myself away. I think that's been the hardest thing I've had to deal with so far.
The juggle of remaining Melissa and as well as being a mum, so kind of not let one or the other take over too much. So yeah, trying to find a balance between the two. Like I still want to remain like me,
Yeah,
but in a weird way, sometimes I go just purely on mum mode, and it's like I would say that's been the toughest thing for me, is finding that balance between the two. Mama's called out. Chat.
no, we've got another one.
Me too.
What do you wish you'd known when you embarked the journey of Mama's Code?
We were going to have 1 million listeners in the first week.
I personally wish I knew that certain people that claim to support others
Shots fired.
wouldn't support us, and I feel like others kind of see it as like, you know, like a threat, more like, you know, we didn't do it for the followers, we didn't do it for nothing, we just did it because we generally want to have a platform to help people come out of their shells and kind of like share different stories. And I think so far we've reached that kind of goal for us, because the feedback that we've gotten from so many mums, you know, has been just amazing. So I think I wish I knew that we were not going to get the support we hoped we got.
Yeah.
But that's okay. you know.
Not that I thought this, once you're in it, you realize how much work goes into it, how much we've spent time looking into, you know, how best to approach this, how best to do that, you know, what can you do and what can't you do. So there's been a lot of hard work behind. It's not as easy as just getting a mic and recording and then just uploading it and that's it, you know. So yeah.
Obviously, it's 3 different views and opinions, and I thought maybe it would be easy because we all agreed on it. But I knew this. I knew that we're always going to have disagreements because you have disagreements with everywhere and all the time.
Mm.
But I think it was just, you know, dealing with the situations more calmly and actually, wait, hold on a minute. You know, if things go wrong, it's not just being fiery about it, and it's actually like we're all in this together, and it's not me, it's us. So, you know, I knew, but obviously
We win as a team and we lose as a team.
Yeah. Guys, on that note,
Thank you for your question.
thank you for all your questions. But we will be back on the 15th for season 2. So stay tuned and thank you for all your support.
Bye.
Code out.
See you soon, guys.
Mama's Code.